Hi there, come on in. It's Thursday night, November 18th, 2004. Michigan's firearm deer season is 4 days old, and with the Monday opener, we just didn't have time to get the stories together and edited for this program. So next week, we will have a report on the opening few days of deer season 2004, and in the next half hour, we're going to drop back 11 years to 1993, the date of another Monday opener. We'll also drop back to October 1982, show you the ultimate way to prepare venison for deer camp. It's outstanding. I'm Fred Trost with a half hour of deer hunting information for a practical sportsman, so stay tuned.
From the rugged shores and woodlands of the north, it's history of copper mines and iron ore, the Great Lakes fishery. To the farmlands of the southern counties we'll look around, my friend, at all that waits the sportsman in the state of Michigan. And sometimes when the moon brings out the diamonds in the snow, and the stillness of the forest lies encased in Arctic cold, the wind might whisper through the trees, listen if you can, it tells you all the beauty in the state of Michigan.
I must remind you that what you're about to see was the Monday deer opener from 1993, and I was accused in those days of using Just for Men or something like that to darken my hair and mustache. I thought only my hairdresser knew for sure. It is the 14th of November, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a couple hours until sunset. We're up here at Petoskey, overlooking Lake Michigan, Little Traverse Bay. The air is cool, crisp. It's not snowing, it's not raining. We don't have really any of that in the forecast, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. You never know the opening of deer season. We're going to be hunting. In fact, here's our itinerary for the next 2 days. You're going to be with me hunting. We're going to be somewhere up in here. We haven't checked out the spot yet, but we will in just a few minutes. Somewhere up in this area, north of what appears on the DNR maps as a high-density deer area. So we're just right around Petoskey. We're going to hunt this opening day tomorrow from dawn until dark. Then we're going to get in the car and we're going to head downstate to Washtenaw County. Now, where we're hunting in Washtenaw County is just south of another area, which the DNR says is a high deer concentration area. So we're going to have the second day of the season down there. We're going to close our opening 2-day report at the buck pole at Mill Creek Sports in Dexter, where we should have, last year, there were quite a few big bucks there, and we'll see what this deer season brings. So that's our itinerary. You're going to be with me for the next 2 days on this. Right now, before it gets dark, we want to go scout our blinds in the location where we're going to be, because we got to get out there, you know, before dawn. Don't you hate Monday mornings? I tell you, when you have to go to work, I mean, John and I are here at work. What can I say?
It's rough.
It's rough. Opening day of deer season. This is colossal. We did not expect the snow on the ground like we have, but it is great. Wind is still. The temperature is as high as you can get without the snow melting. The snow gives perfect visibility. I mean, we can look all around in this blind, look behind us, and you can see through the trees, the snow on the ground. I mean, if a deer moves through there, we'll have a relatively easy time of seeing it. That's the beauty of this snow. No wind, no rain. Oh, man. Well, John, you ready to put in a long day?
I'm ready.
Okay, because we got to work today from dawn until dark. Oh, don't you just hate Mondays? Quite a bit of noise in the woods now because the snow is melting off of the trees. It isn't snowing out there, that's all dropping from the trees, and it's making quite a bit of noise. I expect the way the temperature is, though, that we'll have this snow throughout most of the day, remain on the ground. Look at that setup of those decoys. This is primo perfect conditions. I have a buck decoy set up on some pines that are next. Those are all little apple trees out there, 2-year-old apple trees. And the buck is up higher, so it would look like he's standing. The doe in front of him is looking towards him, so they're looking at each other. ears up so any deer in the area could see them from a distance away. They're out there in the middle of that snowy, clear area. So they're highly visible, and that's the ideal location for decoys. Another thing that makes it ideal is these woods are dark, hard for us to see deer in the woods. And hopefully, oftentimes what happens is when a deer sees a decoy like this, they'll come to the edge of the woods to look at it. And that would give us a chance to see deer that we might not be able to see otherwise. See her? She just stepped. Well, she stopped and she's looking at the decoys. Now she's moving. You should be able to see her there somewhere. She's up there, I think, from where you're looking. She's moving now. She's going towards the decoys, and there was a shot right on the other side of the cabin. It must have been Tom. Well, the first success we've seen of opening day this year. Hey, a little spike. Might as well unload here for a second. Put my gun down. Well, that's a nice size one, though. So what's the story, Tom?
The story is that this little guy came running across this ridge over there by these pine trees. And I watched him walk down through here. He ran through these little thickets and came down on this little trail right here. Ran around this pine tree right here. And
back out?
Right here gave me a pretty good shot, so I decided to take him in the neck, and that was it.
Well, you saved all the meat there. Those are about 6-7 inch spikes.
Yep. 14 days left.
Does that mean you're going to shave now with this buck? Or?
No, not until the end of the season.
Okay, that's reasonable. You think it's a buck?
I don't know. I thought it said something.
I thought I did too, but yeah, but he's a button buck, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. A little deer out here can be useful. Oh, look, he's relieving himself. He can be useful because his eyes and ears are better than ours, and he can look around and listen to where other deer are coming in. Yes, he's looking off into the pines. Yeah, now he's looking at us. I doubt if he can hear us. Doesn't act like it. See, he makes a lot of noise while he's chomping on those apples and eating. But they still have pretty good hearing. But we'll keep our eye on him to tell us when other deer are coming in. Frankly, I kind of hope he doesn't get too close to us because it makes it difficult for us to move. That was opening day 11 years ago on a Monday, and for a high-density deer area in northern lower Michigan, we didn't see many deer, but John Ford and I had a great time relaxing and watching nature evolve from dawn till dark. It's a great way to spend a day. But since hunting from elevated platforms was legalized for firearm hunters, some hunters have brought all the comforts of home into their blinds, which they call upclass. And now and then, they even get a big buck. John Martinsky from Sanford got this in Midland County, an 8-pointer, 18-inch bred, second day of the season in the afternoon.
Late afternoon, like after 4. Well, actually, this was the second deer I shot that afternoon. This one's actually my wife's deer. If she wouldn't have seen it, we wouldn't have shot it. And
We wouldn't have shot it.
I wouldn't have shot it, I'm sorry. But she's seen it. We were sitting in the blind, and we have a up-class type blind, revolving chairs. We were watching the races on the TV, and it was quite elaborate, and she saw this deer. I was too busy watching TV, so I did the shooting, but she did the looking.
Well, that's pretty good.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
but
this up, what do you call it? Up
up-class.
class type of blind. How high is it in the air?
Probably about 22 foot. Yeah.
And how many rooms does it have?
It's got two. It's got a basement. We drive the quad in. Then you go upstairs, and it's 14 foot across at all given points. It's an 8-sided figure.
Do you have to walk upstairs, or is it an elevator?
Oh, no, you got to walk upstairs.
When did you build this?
About 3 years ago.
Insulated?
Insulated, TV, LP stove on the wall, refrigerator on the other wall. You know, it's got it all.
Do you have bunk beds or anything?
She's got a bed in there she uses.
She just uses it by herself?
Oh, of course.
Had to ask.
Oh. Yeah, she should be the shooter, but she's a good watcher.
No kidding.
So I owe this one to my wife.
So you have to put out some bait or something then,
Oh,
right?
we put out bait.
So how do you feel now that they're cutting back on the amount of bait? I mean, you have to bring those deer to this up-class thing.
Well, bait's fine, but this deer did not come for bait. This deer was just walking through. It did not come for bait at all.
At least that's what you were told.
That's what I.
Well, you were watching TV. You didn't see.
I guess you're right.
Well, that's one heck of a story. This is in Midland County, so it isn't like way out in the...
No, it's not too far from the casino. You know, we could have been gambling, but we wasn't.
Have you ever thought of putting a casino in your blind?
Could have a party out there. It's big enough.
I guess. John Martinsky, that's a heck of a story. We've got to give your wife some credit. What's her name?
And Renee.
Renee.
Yes, very good hunter.
Yes, what a team you are. Well, congratulations. I don't care what anybody says about an up-class blind. If a hunter and his wife enjoy it, more power to them. Because when it's all said and done, hunting should be an enjoyable experience, whether you see a deer or not. And if you can have fun, you win, deer or no deer. That's the practical sportsman philosophy. Now, if you do get a deer, you can cook it piece by piece throughout the year, but if you're feeling wild and crazy, there's no better way to do it than cook it all at once. That's like Mike Ignat did in 1982. This video is 22 years old, so it has some rough spots, but hey, it's worth watching.
Well, this is bow camp at Houghton Lake in the middle of the afternoon. What is there to do besides practice? Maybe get some meat on the grill here. Look at this. We have not a pig. We don't do pig roast deer camp, do we? Huh? No way. No way. Here we have a deer that we got a couple days ago. One of the fellows got, and it's barbecuing on a spit. Now, I was never really sure that you could barbecue a deer, but Mike Ignat. Mike, let me shake your hand here for trying this venture. Have you ever barbecued a deer before like this?
Actually, I never did one.
Well, we're having a grand experiment going here. Now, barbecuing a deer, they don't have any fat on them to speak of.
This morning around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the difficulty in barbecuing deer, because they don't have fat, so something has to be done to put that in there. What Mike did, when he put it on the spit, first of all, he rubbed it down with vegetable oil. Put lots of vegetable oil right in the deer meat, rubbed it in with salt and pepper. And then the barbecue sauce, he doctored up a little bit. He used just a commercially prepared barbecue sauce, about a half a bottle, to which he would add a cup of vegetable oil, just regular vegetable oil, and stir it in. And then to add a little more zip, Mike has been a chef in the French Army and in the American Army, and up at our deer camp. He's also the Chamber of Commerce director at Houghton Lake. But he put some salt, some pepper, some seasoning salt, and a little bit of garlic powder to give it some zip. And I think all the hunters there looked on this a little skeptically, wondering if this would be too dry. Okay, just spoon it on. How come you use a spoon and not a brush?
Because I couldn't find a big enough broth.
Oh, I see. Well, we always seem to make do at Bow Camp with what we have. But he basted this all through the day. It was on the spit for about 9 hours. Most of the time, he covered it with tin foil. Well, how did it turn out? Well, here we are. It's 10 to 9 at Bow Camp in Houghton Lake. The deer has been on the spit for about 9 hours. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's unveil this baby. See what it... There we go. Boy, it looks good. It's not exactly like a steer. Even sort of like a small pig. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. Lady first. You're Sue, right?
Oh,
Nan, okay. Nan from Houghton Lake. Got the first piece.
How's about you?
Oh, I can't turn it down. Oh. It feels tender.
Delicious.
Thank you, Rick.
It is. It's great. My congratulations to the shop.
You're welcome.
Mike, you did a great job.
You can have the honor.
Delicious.
The honor of carving it?
Yes.
I was going to stand here and eat for a while. Oh, this is great. Okay, let's carve it up and eat.
We're hungry, Fred.
Can we tell when he's standing in the fire? How's that look to you, Greg?
Oh, jeez, how can you ask? I got to sit here and serve it. I'd rather be eating it.
Have you ever had venison cooked this way before?
Never. This is great. This stuff is delicious.
Well, tasting it right off the spit, it's
I can't get them through the line fast enough, though, so I can sit down and eat. This is great.
Gary, you ever had venison cooked this way?
Never, absolutely never. But it looks super.
How is it, Bob Easterbrook?
Absolutely great. You know, it's consistency of this meat that makes it hard to cook. And I think that this chef did a fantastic job with this. This is just, look at that. It's beautiful.
Oh, I know. It's slow cooking over about 9 hours.
Absolutely great.
How is it, Linda?
Oh, this is delicious. It is really good.
And we're not just kidding either. Isn't it scrumptious?
More bite, Fred?
That is really
I've had more people. No, I've had some, and it's just great. I've had a lot more than people know out there by the spit.
Fantastic, Fred.
You know, the thing is, when it's cooked slow like that, and it isn't cooked all the way through and well done, it's juicy. Oh, it is.
That's the main thing. It's juicy. It's not dry at all. Fantastic.
People would never
Love
taste the difference in this from beef.
Vicky, what do you think?
I love it.
Have you eaten much venison before?
Yeah, I always like venison, but this, like I say, it's the people that say venison is gamey would just never know what they were eating.
Okay. Now, one thing though is this deer, Odie, you got this deer yesterday or the day before?
Sunday. Day before yesterday.
So we're talking a 2-day-old deer. Well, it was cooked after a day and a half, and it was skinned out and put on the spit. So it didn't have to ride home on the hood of somebody's car. Didn't have to hang in the garage for the neighbors to look at it. We ate it right away, and it's just stupendous.
Fantastic.
What does it taste like?
Well, it still has the wild taste to it, but it's different than I've ever tasted before. I've tried it. Well, you can tell it's wild game.
Now, if this was a taste test, I would bet you that you couldn't tell. Do you think the fact that you know it's venison makes any difference?
Maybe that's it.
You're not having any trouble eating it, if you notice.
No trouble eating it all. Okay. Super.
Kind of fun looking back at that deer camp 22 years ago. One of these days I'd like to do another deer on a spit like that. Oh, it was excruciatingly good. But there's another way you can enjoy your deer hunting experience year after year. That is to get your deer mounted. Now, Tim Hayes is a taxidermist who works right out of the museum here. We get to videotape some of the jobs he takes in. I don't know why people think that only big bucks are worth mounting. A hunter's first deer has more memories and meaning than most, but still, most hunters wait for the big antlers to preserve for all times. So who's Mullins?
That's me, sir.
That's your demand.
Yeah.
Let's see this buck here. What do you got?
He's a good 8. I don't know if you said would it be got to be an inch to call him and to give an extra point.
I don't know, in some circles.
He's a good 8.
So now,
Just out
what
about
brought you
160
here?
pounds. I come to have Tim mount it for me because he did a friend of mine's deer probably about 15 years ago. It was a nice 8-point taken out of Wayne County, and it looks the same today as it did 15 years ago. So Tim does very good quality work, so that's why I brought it.
Does that surprise you? It looks as good as it did 15 years ago?
Yeah, because you see some of the deer that after a time, and it's just they lose their their hair, and it doesn't look the same anymore. Some of the deer I've seen, but his, I tell you what, it's just unbelievable the difference.
So you'd like yours to look good?
Oh, no doubt about it.
For the rest of your life.
Oh yeah. I mean, to me, I feel this is my trophy of my lifetime, so I want to get a nice job done on them, and so that way I can keep them for many years to come.
Oh, that's awesome. There's not a lot of people value that. They just want to know what the price is.
Right. But to me, when you shoot something like that, price is really not an issue. If you want to keep them to be nice for the rest of your life, because it ain't every day you get an opportunity to shoot something like that. So.
Well, very good.
Yeah. Pretty excited.
Well, I certainly hope he doesn't screw this one up.
1 in 5.
That fallow deer has a neck that is, where the skin is stretched tight the way they are when they're looking forward.
Pretty much. Most of the time deer look pretty smooth and slick looking.
But this one, very cool.
It's a pretty severe turn. It's on what they call a wall pedestal mount. And we just kind of run our fingers through it to give it some nice wrinkled effect, like he's going to turn. He's got some muscles.
Huh.
The deer skin is actually quite loose, like a dog would be if you could pick him up and move the skin around. So.
You mean on the live deer?
On a live deer, sure.
Huh. Man, that's a big rack.
Plastic.
Oh, a reproduction, huh?
Reproduction.
Wow. But that's neat. Little touches like that really make the mount come alive and look animated.
It makes it look more real, which is what we try and do.
What are you doing?
Well, this is called a Fleming deer, where he's actually smelling. This customer wanted to go one step farther and actually have the deer wetting its nose. And they're always sticking their tongue up here to keep it nice and wet and moist so they can smell better. And when a deer does that, he tends to wrinkle up a little bit and get some wrinkles across the bridge of his nose and through here.
Oh, I see. So then you stuff the skin down in
What you do
there?
is after you pull your skin over top of it, you just kind of work them down into the wrinkles and give it a little bit of detail.
Wow. That's something I never learned back in the 50s out of the correspondence course.
Well, a deer is a deer is a deer, but when you really want to do something more, you can. Again, at an unfinished point, it doesn't look quite as good because I'm going to back comb them and redesign them.
Well, that's kind of interesting. Is that something that you will leave that way, or?
Not exactly like this. I'll comb it back down a little bit. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit more of a fluffy look to this deer. It's a little different than a normal mount. It has very squinty eyes, and we just want to fluff it up to make it look fluffy.
Well, it looks like it's kind of with its ears back, kind of in a hostile position, or a...
Well, with its ears back, it would have to have them down, tucked in tight to the neck, and then turn to get into that bad attitude. Right now, this is just a relaxed pose where the deer normally keeps his ears. That aggressive type pose, he pins them right back down tight to his head.
Big bucks are impressive, but small bucks are what most hunters take for their first one, and second one, and third one. Frankly, I wish I would have gotten my first deer mounted. That was a doe. Great memories. And my first buck, oh man, nothing like it. That first buck was the biggest thrill, the one I really wished I would have gotten mounted. But Ah, well, I guess I fueled the fire for this big antler fascination by perpetuating Big Buck Night. And I'm going into my 24th consecutive Big Buck Night on December 9th. Next week, Zachary and I will host the deer hunting reports from around the state. It's going to be a very interesting show, and we hope to see you on the couch after you're stuffed with turkey on Thanksgiving night. Happy hunting. We'll see you then. Who's unnerved by the fact that decoys don't move? Yeah, he's keyed right in on the decoys. It's funny it took him this long to see him. I thought he saw him before, but oh, he's definitely keying on the decoys, and he's not sold.